Good morning, children. Today we will be talking about informational text. What is informational text? Informational text describes, or there is a description, there is a cause and effect, a compare and contrast, problem and solution, and also there is a sequence. Informational or factual text, these are non-fiction or factual writing. It provides significant information or details about a particular person, place, thing, event, issue, and the like. It assists the readers in giving information quickly and efficiently. We are going to talk about the key structures, the purposes, the types, and the language features of informational text. First, we come to the description. The purposes are to simply describe something, also to present plenty of details about what they are describing. It is to explain its features and characteristics by giving examples. Also, the key structures are what specific topic, what person, the idea or thing is being described, how it is described, it is how does it look like, how does it work, what does it do, etc. Why is it important to remember about it? The language features also have these words. For instance, or to illustrate, such as, or the characteristics, and also an example. We have here an example of description. Here is the story. A friendly clown. On one corner of my dresser sits a smiling toy clown on a tiny unicycle, a gift I received last Christmas from a close friend. The clown's short yellow hair, made of yarn, covers its ears but is parted above the eyes. The blue eyes are outlined in black with thin, dark lashes flowing from the brows. It has cherry red cheeks, nose, and lips, and its broad grin disappears into the wide white ruffle around its neck. The clown wears a fluffy, two-tone nylon costume. The left side of the outfit is light blue, and the right side is red. The two colors merge in a dark line that runs down the center of the small outfit. Surrounding its ankles and disguising its long black shoes are big pink bows. The white spokes on the wheels of the unicycle gather in the center and expand to the black tire so that the wheel somewhat resembles the inner half of a grapefruit. The clown and unicycle together stand about a foot high. As a cherished gift from my good friend Tran, this colorful figure greets me with a smile every time I enter my room. So the description text can also be presented through graphic organizer. It must be easier, shorter, and clearer. Description text can also be presented through graphic organizers. For instance, we are talking about an African elephant. So we are going to draw this organizer. At the center is the yellow one, the African elephant. Then, on these sides, there is also a box, and it has an arrows. So, the African elephants can eat 300 pounds of food in a day. They eat fruits, leaves, and grasses and barks. They weigh up to 12,000 pounds and stand 12 feet tall. They can live up to 70 years old. They have the longest pregnancy for 22 months, almost 2 years. Now let's come to the cause and effect. The purposes are what happened or the effect and why it happened or the cause. A writer explains the results of an action. He or she is explaining the effects of a cause. It is the results are effects and the things that can occur are the causes. The cause and effects text structure is generally used in expository and persuasive writing modes. The key structures of cause and effect. What happened? Why did it happen? What caused it to happen? And here are the type or the language features on the problem and solution. There must be a question or to solve this, a dilemma, the one that answers. The puzzle is the reason for the problem is. And here are the language features of cause and effect. You can see there, so it is for the reason why, because, as a result, since, may be due to, therefore, effect of, if, then, consequently, this led to, for this reason. And here are an example of cause and effect. Students are not allowed to chew gum in my class, while some students think that I am just being mean. There are many good reasons for this rule. First, some responsible students make messes with their gum. They may leave it on the bottom of desks, drop it on the floor, or put it on other people's property. Another reason why I don't allow students to chew gum is because it is distraction. When they are allowed to chew gum, students are some worried about having it, popping it, chewing it, and snapping it than they are in listening, writing, reading, and learning. This is why I don't allow students to chew gum in the class. You can also do that, the cause and effect, in a graphic organizer. So the yellow box is the effect. Students are not allowed to chew gum. In the red boxes with an arrow are the cause and are the causes. Cause is the gum makes messes in the classroom. Another cause is gum is a distraction. Now let's come to compare and contrast. The purpose shows or presents how two or more things are alike and or different. It is important to remember that with the compare and contrast text structure, the text should be discussing similarities and differences. If the text only discusses similarities, it is only comparing. Likewise, if it only discusses ways that the things are different, it is only contrasting. The key structures are: what items or things are being compared? In what ways are they alike? In what ways they are different? Compare and contrast features: same as, similar, alike, as well as, not only, but also, then both. You can also see in the language features such as same as will be instead of, similar either or, alike on the other hand, as well as or different from, not only but also or both, as opposed to. We have here an example. Apples and oranges are both fruits, which means that they have seeds inside of them. Each has a skin, but oranges or orange skins are thick and easy to peel. Apple skins are thinner and not peel easily. Oranges also contain more acid than apples, but both fruits are delicious. Compare and contrast text can also be presented through graphic organizer. So we have here two circles which goes together or collided together. Okay? On both sides are the fruits. The first one is the apple and the second one is the oranges. So, on the white circle, the differences on both sides, and the center on the green color are the similarities. Apples have thinner skin, while oranges have more acid. Okay, that is their difference. While the similarities are both are fruits, both have skin, both are healthy foods. We have here the problem and solution. Okay, the purpose is tells about the problem and the possible solution to the topic. And here are the key structures. What is the problem? Why it is a problem? Is anything being done to try to solve the problem? And what can be done to solve the problem? And the language features are, for the question is, to solve this. For the dilemma is, when answer is, and the puzzle is, when reason for the problem is. But don't be confused. They are not concerning issue or when we say problem and solution, when we say problem, it is the concerning issue. When we say solution, it is the remedy for the issue. While for the cause and effect, it does not propose solution to any negative occurrences, but rather just explains why or how things happen. So those are the difference between the problem and solution and the cause and effect. Remember, problem is the concerning issue and the remedy is the solution. We have here an example. It seems like there has been a surge in teen pregnancies. These days, teen pregnancies make it very difficult for young mothers to pursue their dreams and meet the demands of an infant. Fortunately, most teen pregnancies can be easily prevented by using birth control. However, even birth control is not 100% effective. The most effective way to prevent teen pregnancies is abstinence, which is 100% effective. And we can have this in a graphic organizer. For the yellow box, the problem is teen pregnancies. For the red boxes, the solution number 1 and solution number 2. Birth control for solution number 1, and for number 2 is abstinence. We have here the purposes. Oh, not this one. Okay. Yeah. The purposes are describes or presents statements, events, or items in order, and or enumerates procedures or steps in doing something. This method of organizing text is generally used for instructions or directions, but it can also be used to explain processes. The key structures are what statements, items, events, or steps are listed. Do they happen in this order? Do they always happen in this order? And we have the language features, which are the first, second, next, then, before, and after. Finally, following, not long after, now or soon. We have here an example. Example for the sequence. How to make cookies. First, get your materials. Then, make your dough. Lastly, cook your dough for 400 degrees for 10 minutes. So for the graphic organizer is that number 1 is get the materials. Number 2, make a dough. Number 3, cook a dough. Again, today we discuss about 5 things in informational text. The first one is description. Second is cause and effect, compare and contrast, problem and solution, and sequence. Okay, thank you for watching, and expect that I will be providing you the Google form quiz after you view this video. Thank you and have a nice day.